Steve Taylor with Think HR and Insurance Services. We work directly with employers on designing health and wellness packages their people love and will actually use. UnitedHealth Group has released an update on the latest cyber attack of Change Healthcare. The biggest impact has been to two different parties. One, the people who rely on getting their medications and care, and the second group being the actual providers. Many of these providers could be small businesses, people with 3 or 4 employees. It's not just hospitals and places with thousands and thousands of employees. These are some of your local doctors that are in the UHC network. So the latest update does share some different resolutions and timelines to all those who are impacted by this. Let's go ahead and check them out. Okay, move right over here. So you can see that this is the latest update from the weekend. For the actual providers, there is a temporary funding assistance program. Now, why is this important? Well, people at these smaller, these smaller doctors' offices and care providers, they have payroll to make. They have bills to, actually pay. They're a real business. They got to keep the lights on. And when you look at something like this, a lot of their revenue does come from the claims. There's not that many people that are impacted by this that just take, say, cash for services. These are people who rely on the claims management system to properly take the claim and the codes and the billing for all the services that we get and have that relay over to the insurance companies in a safe manner, and then have that information trigger these third-party clearinghouses that then pay the revenue for these offices to operate. So that's why when you look at this page, the temporary funding assistance programs is $2.5 billion that they're giving to care providers. This is in place to help act as a bridge and get them their money more quickly. So you do have to qualify for it. They do have a few different how-to videos for those who can't necessarily stick on the phone or, prefer to get access that way. So you can check your eligibility. You click here. You do have to input some of your information and data, and they will share with you your next steps. So I definitely think those who are impacted by this, I know some of our personal clients do have these issues because they are care providers as well. This is a great tool for them to go on. And then secondly, for all the people who are impacted by the actual disruptions, the products, there's like EDI fees, there's other people who rely on this information to go back and forth. You can go here and get some more specifics on that. If you look at the timeline, it'll show you the products, the capabilities of it. Honestly, this MedRx piece, that's huge because again, the people who were impacted by this, they were getting delays on having access to their medications. When they send something to the pharmacy, when they send your doctor's prescriptions out, you want to make sure that that information is getting safely from their office and your conversation over there. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the background for that. It was impacted and people were having issues with actually getting access to their medication and their care, and they depend on that. Right. So the other biggest thing that we saw on our side was the claims network piece. So Assurance, which is one of the clearinghouses, they did, as of March 22nd, they had over $14 billion in charges that have been staged for processing. So this is great for both parties. One, people are going to get access to the care that they need, their prescriptions. It's starting to happen. And then two, we're stopping the bleeding. Some of these small businesses are going to start to get paid. But again, I do advise that if you are having issues with getting your payments on time still, you definitely want to go to the resources that UnitedHealth Group has provided. So you can either fill out the form. If you need to talk it out with somebody to understand what's going on, I would recommend calling this number. They do have the how-to videos. You can go ahead and maybe while you're on hold, if you're on hold, you can watch these videos, fill out this form. But again, more updates coming. A lot of these things that are here, you see commercial payers, government payers. There's a lot of people who are impacted by this, and this is going to have a significant, change in the way that, healthcare, cybersecurity, the way people look at it. I know that they're on top of it and they seem to be all over it, but when you look at these updates, when you look at the relief programs, when you look at the amount of money that has all of a sudden been stifled or stopped from going where it needs to go to, you see how important it is to have all these safeguards in place. We do have a lot of information out there, and I think that these insurance companies are doing their best to safeguard some of that stuff, but you can see the impact when it goes awry. But look, if you are curious about more information on this topic, thank you so much for watching. I would say that this website is going to be a great resource for you. You go to United Healthcare Group or United Health Group, and they'll give you the latest updates there. We'll try to keep you abreast of all these different changes, but that's one of the biggest ones, is that the two parties that we find are most impacted or closest to home for us, which is the people who need the care and the medications, and the folks who are given the services and they had their business affected. These updates are actually really good for them, and we'll be looking to bring you some more information as we get updated as well. All right, take care. Thank you so much for watching.